Pressure's on him. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable third and long situation.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. He's looking downfield to throw. On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Notre Dame! First points of the day are on the board.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, fine. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Hammond. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd?
And he muffs it. It's loose.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you put them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. Always speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you can tell they caught up with them to force the fumble.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Gets the back moving. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Converts on 4th down, still going. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Quickly complete. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Oh, and he missed it, and they missed their chance to lock it up. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The toss to the right. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Give to the back. Makes a man miss. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll run for it. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Power football with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Turning it on! And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He leaves it with his back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Moves away as he feels pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one. Time to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. Give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Red Raiders have taken it inside the 20. Running back searching for a hole. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback making checks. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
He can't corral the pitch, the ball's on the ground. And the defense got it. They dragged him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And he made the read off the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football, but, man, you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football, the defense gets the ball back.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Breaks into the open. The 40. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wide open downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. He'll pull it down and run. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Got the quick pass.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Find some fresh air. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They'll give it to him again. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
to get off a play before we head to halftime. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man, it's McFadden. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kick it off to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's got the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell.
There he goes. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. It's third and goal and third and long. To the air, it's Hammond. Trying to find the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. from the Irish, back on offense. The give is to Williams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll try to get outside. Slithers into space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. Touchdown, Irish! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up by 18 over Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready up. Double right. The give from the gun. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Creating some space. Just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Now he's going to break the pocket. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
On fourth down, going to the air. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. The give on the option. Gets away from one, finds some space. There he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Great job by the back on the option.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he
tries to take the top off. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Send the tight end in motion. The give is to Williams. Gets it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Trying to stop this guy has been a near impossible task. You want to become an Irish legend, like maybe the most legendary of all Notre Dame backs, George Gipp, win one for the Gipper. How about just running one with this guy?
Yeah, you want to win some hardware at the end of the season, too. Just Keep feeding him the rock, letting him do his thing. Running the football with such success makes everything easier on offense. But when you can hand the ball off to the right, to the left, up the middle, have success, yes, please.
Tight end now in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Pocket breaking down. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll take a shot. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The give to the back. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turns it on at midfield. Turning it on. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 18 over Nebraska. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
The inside handoff. Oh, better look out! Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
With the catch, it's Larson. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The give is to Williams. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Gets away from one, finds room. He's running free down the middle. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. That costly penalty will give this offense a new set of downs. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Now from inside the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the tight end. Looking to fire. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He'll try to take it back. Past the 50. The 30. At the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
He's stuffed, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on fourth and goal, and they'll have it at the 3.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Quickly to the tight end. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. Grab near the sticks. It's McFadden. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incomplete.
Wide open spaces. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, and let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Step one by this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now we got to go for the two-point conversion, cut this thing to 8, so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late-game heroics.
He wants to throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Two-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent, and this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were #1, that doesn't mean anything until the end of the season, and you're the last guy standing, and you have the trophy. So take this loss, work on some of those things you think you need to work on so it doesn't happen again.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.